In this video, we'll look at default action views and positioning the action frame. When you add new code that includes an onAction statement, if the action that is being named does not already have an element in the user interface that it is bound to, then a default action view will be created in a button form in the action panel for the action that you have added into the code. So a new action handler will create by default a new button. Now when you modify the form to include a place for that particular action, in other words you bind an element on the form such as this toolbar button to the action, then the default view will no longer appear. If no action view is defined in the GUI for an action, then one will be created and placed in the action panel as we've seen. That default view is not created if an action view has been defined in the GUI or if the default view attribute has been changed from auto to no. So in the action default file or in the form section, if there is an attribute on that action that specifies not to create a default view by using no for the default view attribute, then it will not be created. Now you can programmatically show or hide that default view by using the dialog.setActionHidden method. The action panel itself is a part of the user interface and can be positioned elsewhere on the window or can be hidden entirely. The action panel position is managed as a style attribute for the window. So in the style file for the window style that you're working with, you'll want to set the action panel position attribute, its value, to something different, whether it be bottom or none or left, depending on where you want this action panel to be positioned in the window. Again, if you set the value to none, you will not have an action panel at all in the user interface. Here we've set it to bottom, and as you can see, the same program running, those OCaml cancel buttons then appear at the bottom of the window.